Salciunas alongside my man, John Kincade. Johnny, I know I did pregame yesterday, but it is good to be back inside One Bala Plaza, baby.
I'm glad to see you, and glad you're feeling a lot better.
Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better,
We're glad to have you back. We missed
after
you.
the Eagles win yesterday, man.
It was a wild day at the ball yard.
Yeah, you were there.
A wild complex yesterday as fans got going. I thought it was very tame when I first arrived. And then by the time the kickoff came, it was a zoo.
Oh, well,
so that was good
man.
because it really didn't seem like it early, and then it really broke into it.
It got there. We did the show at Xfinity Live yesterday, and just
which I
walking
heard
the
was
lot.
mayhem.
It was packed.
That's
People
what I
were
heard.
ready to go for that game.
Good.
You had that moment about an hour and a half before kickoff where the people that were there before the game that were going, they stood up, they left. It looked like it got a little quiet, and then all of a sudden,
Here come the new
whoosh,
people.
All the Eagles fans came in to watch the Eagles beat the Packers last night, 22-10 in the wild card round of the playoffs. And look, there is a lot to unpack today. There is a lot to celebrate. There are some things to question. So first, let's just get probably the biggest thing that we should celebrate other than just the win itself. That defense from week 6, post-bye week, from week 6 until the end of the season, and now this playoff game against the Green Bay Packers, there's been a couple of blips of bad moments. The blip in the fourth quarter against the Commanders when the offense, by the way, could not score as many touchdowns that they needed to score. The Eagles defense forced 5 turnovers in that game, and they couldn't win. You can only keep a team down for so long, which we'll get into later on in the show about yesterday's game. But the Eagles defense, John, since week 6, there's a reason why they're the number 1 ranked defense in the NFL. They've been spectacular.
Absolutely amazing performance yesterday. And it was one of the things that obviously gave you and others very good confidence that nothing was going to happen bad yesterday because of the way that defense was playing. They were blanketing folks. The only thing they couldn't do yesterday was seem to handle that little sideline pass where they were getting 5 yards every single time they tried it for the most part. Other than that, they were amazing yesterday.
Yeah, good luck trying to throw it downfield. It was intercepted.
And we'll get into it later, until Nakobe Dean left the game, and then passing got a hell of a lot easier.
Right, which could be a major
we'll talk
loss.
all about that.
And it's something that we will definitely discuss.
Sure.
So, look, kudos to the defense.
Really
kudos
amazing
to the
job.
Eagles, right? Regardless of how the game looked for a lot of people, and regardless of it being a 22-10 victory when it felt like it could have been more like 30-10, the Eagles win. It's a playoff game. You lose, you go home. The Green Bay Packers are going to Cabo. The Philadelphia Eagles are staying in Philadelphia and preparing for the divisional round of the playoffs, and it's going to be the winner of tonight's game between the Vikings and the Rams. But obviously...
And we'll get into all that today.
Oh, we will. But obviously there is a major question that we will discuss today with you at 610-632-0975, either on the text line, the phone line. We will read tweets. We will check out our emails. And, man, speaking of tweets, there were a lot of them yesterday. What did you make of Jalen Hurts' performance last night? And the follow-up to that is, did they survive an ugly Jalen half and more, right, half plus, or was that kind of more the same? So, Johnny, I'll tell you right away. Jalen Hurts did not have the greatest game yesterday.
Thank you for clearing that up for all of us.
13 of 21, 131 yards, 2 touchdowns. And I know somebody might say, well, that's kind of what it's been like. They've been running the football. He's been a game manager. He's been efficient. Well, yesterday he wasn't efficient.
No, he wasn't.
Early on, his first drive, the touchdown pass to Jahan Dotson, the second drive where he's completing passes, I started thinking, all right, there is no rust. Like he's finding these receivers left and right. And then he just went through a long period of time where he wasn't getting a completion.
How about 2 quarters without a completion?
Yeah, that's a long period of time.
How about going an NFL quarterback with Saquon Barkley, these receivers, and that offensive line, which, by the way, the offensive line's not getting off the hook, at least for me. They did not have a good game yesterday. I'm tired of hearing that spin. Everybody just assumes the offensive line's great. No, they weren't yesterday.
Well, that first play for Dotson,
they were not.
7 seconds
That
was great.
That was fantastic.
Yeah.
That is more the anomaly yesterday than it was what was the norm. They were not having a great day. But to me, how do you go 2 quarters of a game without having a completion?
Yeah.
And I don't put that before everybody thinks it's just piling on Jalen. I don't put it all on Jalen.
Oh, no, there's a million people
I
to
put it on offensive line. I put it on Kellen Moore.
Yep.
I put it on easy throws. And even the quick throws, like the Dallas Goedert touchdown, that was a quick throw. They had to get it. He audibles.
He checked
at
into
the
it.
line.
Great play.
And then he almost throws it right past him.
Yep.
Goddard saves his ass on that one. That was a great catch by Goddard.
Now, part of that could have been the rust factor that people were worried about.
And it could be, and it could be something that, as far as rust, that people underestimated. Overall, I'm not sounding the alarm, but I'm absolutely disappointed in that performance yesterday from the Eagles offense.
Yeah, it wasn't a good, it wasn't a good day.
Saquon's fantastic.
Yes,
let's just do that without. Let's do that without anything. And Saquon, yes, when there's gambling in the NFL too, fans were a little upset yesterday when Saquon decided to slide.
Hey man, he just wanted that game to end, and I appreciate that.
It would have ended either way. 68,000 people were like, "Thanks, Saquon."
Yeah, but you know what? Defense didn't have to go back out there one more time.
Oh, come on.
So the Eagles win yesterday, and that should be celebrated. But yeah, the offensive performance was not good. Now, I think a lot of people did kind of fear that or maybe expect that because Jalen Hurts had not played since the first quarter of that Commanders game. Obviously, he misses 3 quarters of that game and, the final 2 games of the regular season. But I think there's worry and fear and then actually seeing it that might bring people to a certain boiling point of total panic because we even said it before the show started. If you have a performance like that offensively against a team like the Lions, then you're not going to win. And this season is about getting back to the NFC Championship game and hopefully getting back to the Super Bowl. This season was not about winning a wild card round and hanging a banner about that because you won the division as well. This season is about much bigger things, especially when you have a 10-game winning streak. But I'm not panicking because of the offensive performance yesterday.
There's no reason to panic. And I don't believe that, like if the Rams come in here, you're not having a defense that can do that to you. The Packers defense was just behind the Eagles in almost every statistical category.
Yeah, they are a good defense.
They're really good defense. They put up some great numbers all year long. But to me, there is what's more concerned is that a lot of the things that we saw of the Eagles over the course of the year offensively reared their ugly head again. And something that we will talk about all day long. If you were in the stadium, you see it more than you see it on TV. A.J. Brown does not look right.
Yeah.
A.J. Brown was not getting his usual separation. And everyone was like, where are the quick throws to A.J. Brown? A.J. Brown was not getting – now, maybe that was a performance by the Packers. I don't watch them enough, so I don't know whether that's common for them to be able to cover that well. A.J. did not look like let's put it this way, the force that he usually is, so that knee may be a lot worse than we know about.
Maybe. Could be. And that's why he popped up on the injury report earlier in the week. And I said to you guys when I called it on Friday, I wasn't worried about it popping up. I just wanted to see how it looked in game. And to your point, they did show a few moments on the broadcast. Like, here's A.J. not getting open at times. So, look.
It didn't look like his normal game. And, again, it wasn't a trash performance. No. But everyone's like, why is A.J. not getting catches? A.J. wasn't getting separation yesterday like normal.
Right, because there might be something.
But it was still a fine overall. I love the fact that Jalen Hurts didn't turn the ball over.
Right, so
to me, that's a big headline.
Like, that's the thing. Jalen Hurts did not really play that great of a game yesterday. But you know what could have been worse? 20 of 33, 212, 3 interceptions. That was Jordan Love's game yesterday.
And that is what happens. That's what happens with quarterbacks that don't know how to protect the football.
Yep.
I'll take that every day of the week.
Absolutely.
And take my chances with this defense, as I know our man Connor Thomas will be bragging on later today.
So, of course, the big picture for this Eagles team is getting back to the NFC Championship game, hopefully winning it and getting to the Super Bowl. I get it. But let's unpack today's game, or yesterday's game, all show today. You can text us, call in 610-632-0975. What did you make of the performance by Jalen Hurts and the Eagles offense? That's like the big hard-hitting question.
Sure.
But, of course, let's celebrate the great. And the great was that defense yesterday. The great has been that defense since October, man. So coming up next, John Kincade was in the building yesterday. Johnny, from the couch, I could tell that the crowd was jazzed up at times and also concerned at times. We'll go inside the building with John Kincade next here on 97.5 The Fanatic. Hey guys, Andrew Salciunas from Kincade and Salciunas. Thank you for checking out all of our stuff on YouTube. Make sure you click, like, subscribe on everything that you see. And of course, you can see everything from our YouTube feed. Full shows, interviews, when John's being an idiot, which is like 15 times a day. So make sure you check out all of our stuff on YouTube. We appreciate it.